The following is an exclusive presentation of the NCCU Sports Network.
Hello, Eagle fans. I'm Jonathan Duran, and welcome inside a very special edition of Inside NCCU Athletics. We're inside the newly renovated McDougald-McLendon Arena, which has undergone 3 months of construction. Let's take a look inside and see what's new. McDougald-McLendon Arena has received a brand new playing surface, brand new lights, and will receive a new video board that will hang above the court beginning in December. Athletics Director Dr. Ingrid Ricker-McCree takes us inside the details of the renovation.
Well, I'm so excited about all of the renovations that we're doing to McDougald-McLendon Arena. With the support of our Chancellor, Dr. Deborah Saunders-White, her initiative this summer was for us to get a new playing surface for our students and student athletes, as well as a new video board and new lights. And the lights were part of our university-wide upgrade, and so we were just very fortunate to be a part of that. So we're excited about a new playing surface. And of course, you always want to be able to protect your student athletes and have the best for them, and so we certainly did that with Foster Specialty Floors, in which we got the top of the line flooring system for our students and student athletes.
You touched on the floor. What makes this floor so special?
Well, it was interesting to see the whole renovation, and when they took up really the original floor, to see what was under it. And now I feel bad all those years that I coached that my student athletes had to endure some of the lack of support that they had to endure. But right now this floor is amazing in terms of the structure underneath it, and what it's going to do to protect our student athletes' knees over the long haul. And of course, women's basketball was out here the other day, and they were bouncing the balls, and so of course it has very great rebound for the balls, and so I'm sure they're going to love it.
And the new lighting system, as you see behind you, looks fantastic. Talk about the new lights.
Well, of course, with new lighting, it uncovers all of the dirt, and so we have a crew in here today that's going through and dusting everywhere. But the lighting is going to help in all facets, not just for our athletic events, but for all of the events that are held in McDougald-McLendon Arena, as well as now for the TV games. There'll be additional lighting for ESPN when we televise our basketball games.
And what do you see as the overall impact of all of these renovations?
When you're recruiting students and student athletes to come to NCCU, there's no doubt that these students today want to see glitz and glam. And so now these are very small steps that we're taking that to our students and to our fans and supporters and alums. And so this is just a major piece of what the entire university is doing in terms of upgrading and renovating and building new facilities, because we have to do that to stay relevant, to recruit the best students and student athletes to NCCU.
After dropping both matches on the road against Florida A&M and Bethune-Cookman this past weekend, the Lady Eagles returned to Durham to open up McDougald-McLendon Arena this evening, October 14th at 7 p.m. against Gardner-Webb University. Junior outside hitter Kelsey Murphy has now moved into the league lead in kills per set, averaging 3.56 kills per frame. The NCCU golf team was in action on Monday and Tuesday at the Donald Ross Intercollegiate at Mimosa Hills Golf Club in Morganton, North Carolina, and the Eagles broke school records during the competition. Sophomore Zane Lewis broke a 10-year-old record for a low round, shooting a 66, and tied the school record for a 54-hole total of 211. As a team, NCCU shot a record low round of 289 during the second round and beat the 54-hole record by 1 stroke, shooting an 891. The Eagle golf team is in action next on October 26th and 27th at the Virginia State University Trojan Fall Classic. The NCCU cross-country team placed second at the NCCU Eagle Classic this past weekend and were led by juniors Gregory Coward and DeAndre James. Coward placed second individually with a time of 27 minutes and 48 seconds over the 8K course, and James was sixth with a time of 28 minutes and 58 seconds. The Eagles will next compete at the Wake Forest Invitational on Friday, October 16th. After losing in heartbreaking fashion against Bethune-Cookman, the NCCU football team turned the tables and knocked through a game-winning field goal with 15 seconds to go to move to 500 in conference play. Head coach Jerry Mack looks ahead to the Eagles' trip to Savannah State.
We can't take anybody lightly right now. You know, we're playing decent football, and we got to continue to get better as a football program. You know, they beat FAMU a couple of weeks ago, and they were in the game last week. They had a few unfortunate turnovers in the second half of the football game, but they were right in the first half. So we got to do a great job of making sure that we can control what we control and take care of ourselves. Savannah State has a very good quarterback. He's a dual threat quarterback, and they've been in games all year long. They just haven't come out victorious at the end.
There's plenty of things ahead for North Carolina Central Athletics. Here's a look ahead to the next week. That does it for this week's edition of Inside NCCU Athletics. Make sure to visit our official website, that's nccueaglepride.com, so you can see when you can have your first opportunity to come see the renovated McDougald-McLendon Arena. For the NCCU Sports Network, I'm Jonathan Duran.
This has been an exclusive presentation of the NCCU Sports Network.